This is OpenAir 102.3 FM new music from Colorado Public Radio. My name's Alisha Sweeney in the CPR Performance Studio with a band that put out their sophomore record summer 2015. They're also going to be heading out on their In With a Bang tour. The kickoff happens at Bluebird Theater on August 1st, and you can get details on our homepage at openaircpr.org. Welcome for the first time, the band Red Fox Run. Hi, guys.
Hey, how's it going?
Good to see you today. Glad you're here. Glad you're going to play us some songs. Yeah. New songs off of this record. You're going to start with Didn't See You There, and I would love to hear something about this song before you get into it.
Well, it was written over email. I was in Texas, and Daniel and I wanted to have a big, fun song to open up the album, and he dropped me off at the airport, and we just kind of were like, we should just write a really fun song. And so while I was down there, he emails me this track, and he's like, I don't have any words, and so I stayed up till like 3 a.m. writing words and then emailed them back. And
then I woke up at like 7 in the morning and I started writing, and I just tried out his lyrics and just copied and pasted them directly onto the vocal melody that I made, and fit surprisingly well. And then
it just was written in like 3 days over email, and then I came back and we got together with the band, and it was done.
Love it.
Yeah.
This is Colorado Music in the Open Air from the CPR Performance Studio, Red Fox Run.
Whoa, my God, I didn't see you there. How long have you been here? Did you hear me when I cried? I can read a face like an open book, but seems I've lost my place, and I cannot hide behind my eyes. I couldn't love you, couldn't love me. I couldn't love you, couldn't love me. I couldn't love you. Ooh. The city should burn, burn, burn as the bombs that fall from your eyes. Every time that I tried, I never really could try. Whoa, it wasn't built in a day, but it burned, it burned, it burned just the same. Oh, I hope I'm not the one you blame. I couldn't love you, couldn't love me. I couldn't love you, couldn't love me. I couldn't love you. I couldn't love you, couldn't love me. I couldn't love you, couldn't love me. I couldn't love you more than I do right now. 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 More than I do right now.
From the CPR Performance Studio, Red Fox Run in the Open Air 102.3 FM, the lead track off of their self-titled sophomore record that was Didn't See You There. You guys wrote that in 3 days.
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Ish.
Ish, yeah.
Well, congrats on this new release. Again, it's self-titled, and you approached this one a little bit differently this go-around. You reached out to your fans to help you fund this record,
yes,
and you
Yeah.
reached the goal.
We did. It was kind of came down to the last week. We were kind of a little bit nervous, and then some friends came through with some big donations and helped us get over that line. So it was awesome.
we had a lot of small donations and a few huge donations that
Yeah.
we got.
really helped out.
Very blessed.
Yeah, it was awesome.
And well, what I like about the crowdfunding way is that, people are going to buy this record anyway. Your fans are, so why not just buy it ahead of time and help you guys out along the way? So what was different about doing this record as opposed to the first one?
Well, this one was kind of different because we didn't really have a plan going into it. We kind of took a few days and went up into the mountains and started demoing stuff on our own. And that's where a good majority of our material came together. And then whenever we came back down and would like practice the songs through and stuff, we started doing some small changes, and we kind of just started recording on our own just for our own sake. We were just planning on taking like 6 months or even a year, however long it took. And then we got onto Cam Records with CU, and also we had a deadline. And luckily we had everything tracked. So we're like, oh, okay. And so we had to go find a producer. So we really like Joe Richmond. He's a great guy. He used to be with Churchill, and he does stuff with tennis now and different bands. He's jack of all trades, and he just came along and really helped sculpt this sound and help us get to where it actually sounded really, really good. We're like, oh, like these songs sounded good, but now they sound really good. And so we're kind of impressed by how he came along and be able to form those together like that.
Yeah, polish it off a little bit more, per se. So that's kind of the quintessential thing I've been noticing. I hear from a lot of Colorado bands that come through the studio, going up to the mountains. Do you find inspiration up there, or is it just because, you'll have spotty internet connections, so you'll be less distracted?
You get cut off.
It's the isolation. But not just isolation, it's just, the fact that the four of us were together for 3-4 days straight, our creative power just tripled. Yeah. It's so much more than like that crappy little practice hallway that we use where we write our songs. We were in this beautiful space and shoddy cellular service and
it was kind of raining too. So we had the beauty of the mountains outside, but we weren't really too excited to go hiking or do stuff because we had plans to go out and do stuff outside. And it was raining the whole time, so we just kind of well, guess we're staying inside and playing music.
When we went on that retreat too, we took Seth's car, which is this little. What year is it? 1999.
96 Jeep Cherokee.
And we borrowed our buddy's Stephen Brackett's trailer, which is like 2
times the size of the Jeep.
The size that Flowbots uses to carry all their gear when they're on tour. And we had this tiny little Jeep pulling it, and it was literally 2 or 3 times bigger than
it was pretty fun.
His Jeep, and we pulled it up over a mountain pass and up a huge driveway, and it was the dumbest thing we've ever done.
We made it.
That should have been the album cover.
It should have been.
It's a good picture.
Us behind it, pushing it, trying to get it up.
Yeah. So themes on this record: pain, loss, the hope to transcend the shortcomings of life. Do you write the lyrics together?
Mm-hmm. A lot of times, yeah. Sometimes I'll come with a lyrical idea, or he will. Sometimes the music comes first. Sometimes it's lyrics. Like on "Didn't See You There," those are lyrics that I had sitting around for almost over a year, just from different relational things. And it was at a time that I'd walk around Denver and I was just I wish this city wasn't here anymore. It just reminded me of things that were very painful. But then being able to look back on that and kind of move past that and realize, that it's not where you're at, it's how you see where you're at. So that's kind of what subject is of that song. And that's kind of how all of our songs are. They have multiple meanings and multiple phases. Honestly, whenever we play them, they feel different to me every time. There's a different emotion. Sometimes it's anger, and then sometimes it's joy. And sometimes it's both all at once. So
you're growing with the music.
Yeah, and that's kind of our intent.
And one thing
is people to grow.
Our songwriting right now usually consists of Joshua and I. Yeah. And one of the songs we'll be doing today, "Beautiful," Seth wrote with us as well. Yeah. It was the most four-piece songwriting we've done, and I think that's more of the direction I can see us going in, is that everyone is involved with the lyrics and all of the songwriting.
Yeah.
Well, let's hear a couple from you now. I know you're going to play "Beautiful," but first up you're going to do "You Don't Know What You Want."
Yeah.
This is Red Fox Run in the CPR Performance Studio. Keep it in the open air, 102.3 FM.
They're taking its toll. The walks that you've been taking, they're taking its toll. You overlook what you can't understand. You overlook what you can't understand. Whoa, you don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. No, you don't know what you want. what you want. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you want. Don't show your skin. There's no way to hide. It's hard on your sleeve, stored in your side, and it's so beautiful, beautiful around me, and the scars, they grow old, but they'll become silver linings in the clouds. Shelter your arms, leave them at home. There's no way to win, we've already tried, and it's so beautiful, beautiful around me, and the scars, they grow old, but they become the silver linings, and it's so beautiful, beautiful around me, and the scars, they grow old, but they'll become the silver linings in the clouds.
From the CPR Performance Studio, this is 102.3 FM in the open air. Red Fox Run serenading us with a few songs off of the new record. We heard Beautiful and You Don't Know What You Want. I'm curious, on your website I saw a sentence, and I was wondering if this was your band mantra. We don't make you wait for the good parts?
Yes.
Yeah, we try our best at least to not wait people. Like, we like to watch ourselves from the third eye as much as we can, and we're incredibly critical at ourselves.
Of ourselves, yeah.
At the same time, it was not taking it too seriously, and we think if we're part of a sober and pretty bored audience, is this going to be a song that like makes me want to move, or that's going to speak to me? And every time we write a song, we try to make it something that satisfies our artistic integrity, but just as much satisfies the crave of the listener. I think it's important to have that balance.
Yeah.
That's good to keep in the back of your head. We don't make you wait for the good parts.
Yeah.
So you're heading out on tour in August outside of Denver, and you've had a pretty cool summer here, however, with your shows. UMS 2015. You guys played a handful of shows there.
Yeah.
Did you guys play on the broken stage after Slow Caves?
No, actually, they're good buddies of ours, and we were in the front row. And actually, whenever they were jerry-rigging the stage, Daniel grabbed a guitar case or an amp case or something and shoved it underneath the stage to kind of like,
Because it was just going to fall.
yeah, hold it into place. And it was funny because we were giving them, some crap afterwards and just telling them like, right, guys, go show everyone up and break stages and stuff. But it was their like first set at the UMS, so it was fun. They were having a blast.
Yeah, one of the members is still a teenager, so they're
Oh
still
yeah,
learning.
they're great guys.
And during the first night of the UMS, one of the poor guys had to just watch us from outside.
Oh yeah, he couldn't get in.
Picture.
Yeah, that is a thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he tweeted us actually. He tweeted us and said #TooYoungToPunk. Yeah, watching Red Fox run outside because I'm #TooYoungToPunk.
That sucks.
You guys also played the rooftop at a Rockies game this year?
Yeah, that was fun.
How was that?
A blast. They treated us great.
Yeah, they're awesome. They took us out in the field and showed us around. They showed us they showed us everything. It was really cool, and they gave us free beer and food, and we hung out, and I don't know, it was a fun time.
I accidentally stepped on the turf.
Oh yeah, they told us not to. They were talking about
I wasn't
snipers
listening.
being up in the corners, and Daniel just starts walking out in the field, and they're like, "You can't do that."
Snipers for reals?
No, they're just joking. They're like, be careful in right field. There's a sniper that watches the field, and Daniel just goes walking out in the field. I'm like, dude, you're gonna get shot.
Yeah. I was just so rock and roll, I didn't care.
Yeah,
That's
he didn't
why.
Yeah.
care. He was like, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. You guys are a part of the music scene, not only as being a band, but Daniel, you work at Youth on Record,
Yes, I do.
the local nonprofit that helps at-risk high school students and
Yes.
their music program.
Yep, I actually just escaped that building a few minutes ago before I came here.
What a cool place to make your mark at.
It's a dream. It's amazing to get to kind of share what I do here with my kids and teach them a little bit about rock and roll, and then teach them to work with a band. That's kind of my specialty, is to teach them not only music theory and how to play an instrument, but how to work with other musicians, because that's something that's kind of special with the band thing, that like most of my kids love, like hip hop and all kinds of other genres that I'm not super well educated on, but I know rock and roll and I know how to work in bands, and it's something that it's very difficult to learn how to work with 4 other dudes or 5 other dudes, and it's such a good experience that I force them to play in bands together and force them to make terrible music together until it starts sounding decent, and they start to learn how to work with other kids. And most of them don't, not most of them, but a lot of them just don't even go into music, but they actually learn how to work with other people really well. They learn that it's not so scary to learn a new thing, and then they're more brave when they go to college or meet a new person.
That's good rock and roll right there.
Yeah.
You guys have one last song for us today. This is Who We Are. Tell me about this one.
This one was actually a little bit written for us millennials, I guess. We wanted to write something that was honest with some of the issues that we deal with, like the struggles that we have to go through, the real ones, and then some of the ones that
Or made up.
that we make up, or and some of like our problems that we do all the time, but kind of like sing it in a way like, let's have pride about this. Like, we have something special about who we are, and we wouldn't take it back for anything.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think once you start with a place of pride of what you have, then you can actually make something good happen with it, instead of being like, oh, I'm sorry all the time that I'm looking at my phone or stuff. I don't know.
Hashtag millennial pride.
Yes.
Let's make a flag.
Yeah.
Phones.
Red Fox Run in the CPR Performance Studio. Keep it in the open air, 102.3.
Our heads are in a civil war, and we're not sure what for. A hemisphere divided, our conscience had to choose. side, which had the highest score. We look inside our parents' eyes for reflection in their pride. It's a glass display of trophies, each one is made of plastic, labeled with participation prize. And this is who we are. And this is where we've come from. It doesn't seem that far. We call to break the test of silence, to find out what's behind us. We're turning key to dead car. We're looking for something bigger, bigger than what we've been given before. This is who we are. This is where we come from. Though it doesn't seem that far. Price that we paid for us to get there, we wouldn't take it back for nothing. No, no, we'd never give it up.